Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. This is clearly stated, and you are tuned into Vibrating Minds. Just enjoying an absolutely beautiful day outside today on this beautiful July day. I think what I really want to talk about in this video is to spend less time worrying about what other people are doing and start concentrating on what you're doing. Start worrying about your own life and how you're going to detangle the mess that your life is in. And I say that because I know that 3/4 of the people that spend their time judging others and saying, oh, they're doing this and they're doing that and they shouldn't be doing this and I should be doing this, and you're chasing this, whatever it is you're chasing, because there's just so much happening in your own world. You've got so much to detangle that you don't know where to start. So because you don't know where to start, you're searching everywhere else to distract you from your mess. So what you need to do right now is firstly recognize that you spend the better part of your time talking about other people and what it is they should and shouldn't be doing with their lives. And because you're spending so much time on that, it's preventing you from detangling your chaos. So let's start by detangling your chaos. Forget about Jim, John, Julie, Janet, Sophie, Lucy, the dog, the cat, the fish. It's not their fault. Okay? So you got to start to really just redirect the mirror to redirect it at you. Because if you are that person that spends the better part of your life talking about other people and what they're doing and how they're doing it, and what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. And I'm not saying your average conversation. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about any time you get into any conversation with anybody, it's always about what somebody else should be doing or shouldn't be doing. We all have our moments, right? Every single one of us has our moments of, but when you spend the better part of your life pointing your finger at somebody else saying you should be or you should have or why didn't you, is because you're avoiding your own life mess. I guarantee you, whoever right now is listening to this that needs to hear this, there's some sort of tickling happening. Yeah, you. Stop spending your time talking about others and start detangling your own life. You've got a million different things happening and you ain't got a clue what to do with any of them. And why don't you have a clue? Because you're busy concentrating on what other people are doing. You're busy competing with everybody around you. You're very busy worried about what Tom, Jim, and Julie have and how you can get it. If you can afford it or not is not relevant. Your priorities are up your ass. You're probably worried about your next pair of shoes. Meanwhile, your house needs groceries. Yeah, you. Look at your own world. Look at your own life. Stop projecting your opinions and your views of others upon others. If you're going to do a you should, woulda, shoulda, coulda, and how come and why aren't you, then you need to turn that mirror around and focus on yourself and ask yourself the same exact questions that you're going to ask somebody else. And if you can't personalize those answers, you got a lot of work to do. If you can't recognize your own misgivings and where it is that you need to improve your own self based on the synchronicities that life is giving you, then you own that. Nobody else does. Nothing in your world and in your life is anybody else's fault. Because eventually you become at an age where you can make informed decisions and choices. And I'm not going to give that an age because, you can have a 14-year-old who's extremely mature, and you can have a 24-year-old that thinks like a 12-year-old. So I'm not going to put an age on it. But you need to really just refocus that and have a hard look at yourself. Look at who you are. And that means that you need to spend time with yourself. Stop jumping in and out of relationships left, right, and center, because all you're really trying to do is avoid you. And if you're avoiding you, then why do you think relationships aren't working? If you keep trying to avoid yourself, what do you think? Other people aren't going to try and avoid you? And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just basically saying, if you're avoiding your own character traits, what makes you think that you can get involved in a relationship if you have no understanding of who you are as a human being? And then you question why the relationships end. They end because you don't understand you. And because you don't understand you, nobody else can. So once you get into any type of relationship, it fails because you've neglected to do the initial steps of any relationship. Understanding yourself as a human being and what it is that you bring to the table. What are you bringing to the fucking table? And the more time you spend on concentrating on what it is that you bring to the table, the less time you'll be worried about competing, seeing what the neighbors have, wanting what the neighbors have, how the neighbors have it, because you'll have an understanding of who you are as a person and you'll be able to just execute you every single day rather than try and execute Jim, John, and Julie. Each and every one of us has our own personal role to play, and nobody else can play that role better than ourselves. So stop trying to be something you're not. Stop trying to compete with people you can't compete with, and stop trying to be a person that you are not. And just be you. Understand who you are as a human being. Spend time with you. Once you understand you, once you understand the role that you're playing at the table, this is when your choices of partnership are going to change. Because you know what you're bringing and you know what you're looking for. And the only way you're going to know that is if you look at you first. Stop expecting a partner to bring you joy. It doesn't come from anybody but you. Stop expecting other people to change your life. Nobody's going to change your life but you. Stop expecting something outwardly to happen in your world when all you have to do is inwardly happen. So this has gone a little bit, and I think I've touched base on what I really wanted to talk about. It took a little bit, but I'm finally there. I'm at that 10-minute mark. I'm going to give this a stop, and I'm going to try and record another one after, because I think I have a little bit more to say on this topic. Thanks for listening. Appreciate your time and attention. This is clearly stated, and you're tuned into Vibrating Minds. Until next time.